We are back in league action in this episode with a winnable home game against Holstein Kiel. We play ahead of Bayer Leverkusen as we edge one game closer to the end of the season. Things are getting really tight at the top. We've got a few games to catch up on, and we'll have a look at our future transfers that we've got agreed already in this episode. Hello there and welcome back. This is episode 22 of Die Reuten Teufel, our Kaiserslautern save in Football Manager 2021. As always, thank you very, very much for coming back to the channel. Thank you for clicking play on one of my videos. If you do like what you see here, then make sure you click that like button and subscribe, turn on the notifications. And as always, I love hearing from you guys, so jump in the comments as well. The first match we've got to catch up on, not a lot to say about it. A 0-0 draw at home to 1860 Munich. I think that's our first 0-0 of the season. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure, unless we've had one in a live com, I haven't had to recap a 0-0. So I think it might be the first one since I've been in charge of Kaiserslautern. Then came 3 wins on the bounce, the first of which away at Arminia Bielefeld. Lucas Valvis scoring a lovely goal. He's doing all right. He's still banging goals in on a semi-regular basis. We'll have a chat about him as we move forward through the video and the rest of the season, though. We were pegged back on the stroke of half-time, but then Thomas Pledl got onto a Spalvis flick-on and smashed it into the back of the net. It should have been a lot more comfortable than it was, but away from home, you just take the win any way you can get it. Next up came a very, very poor match. Marlon Ritter scored the first of 2 goals against Darmstadt. Not his 2 goals, the team's 2 goals. It was just a very, very poor match. But Lucas Valvis did get on the score sheet again. But a 2-0 win, as you can see from the stats, there was nothing in this game. If I remember rightly, those were probably the only highlights of the game. But, you know, we did lose Elias Hoot to injury as well. So we'll catch up on that in the build-up to the match today. But again, it's just another solid win. We're just desperately trying to keep up with Bayer Leverkusen. Then away to VfL Bochum, we scored twice again, but this was a really, really frustrating game. You can see it took us till 12 minutes from time to score. Niall Ennis getting his first goals for the club. Brilliant finish for that second one. We win 2-0. He'd come off the bench, replacing Lucas Valvis, who'd had an absolute shocker. You can see there a 6.5. He came on and gets man of the match by scoring 2 goals. Look at those stats. We should have been ahead long before we did. It looked like it was going to be one of those frustrating 0-0s, but we got the job done, and Niall Ennis has played himself into the starting lineup for today's game. That's 3 wins and a draw then since our last episode, and that big defeat in the DFB Pokal at Dortmund. Bayer Leverkusen are just matching us all the way as well. They've had a little bit of a stumble in that they've only won 1 out of their last 3. Look, we've got to cling on where we can. And they didn't score against Erzgebirge Aue. They didn't score against 1860. They only beat Nuremberg 1-0. I actually watched that game. It was quite enjoyable. It was quite enjoyable. But what it does mean is that we are level once again. We're 6 points clear of Nuremberg. Bayer Leverkusen play after us at home to Arminia Bielefeld. So it could be a tough one for a team that's not completely firing, but we've got to get our bit done first against Holstein Kiel, which I am very confident we will do. Let's get in then to have a look at some of the transfers that we've got coming in. So we've got a new goalkeeper coming in. These are all on Bosman free transfers. He just looks a solid keeper. He's a bit of an upgrade on Avdo Sparhic, so I'm looking forward to getting him in. He's just going to be a little bit more solid between the sticks, I think. This one we've got in the offing at the minute. I've literally just put the offer in before I start recording. He's at Sporting Club de Portugal at the minute. Left back Lumor Agbenyenu, 25 years of age, Ghanaian, super quick, very fit, got great stamina, his crossing's good, his tackling's good. I think it'll be a fantastic addition, and as soon as he agrees his contract of £5,000 a week, we'll be setting Marcel Schmelzer for release, because I don't need to be paying his 15 grand a week. A couple of youngsters as well, which I'm not going to show you. We've got a midfield coming in though, Alvaro Aguado. Again, just looks like a solid squad player. Looks like he could do a job for us. Getting him in from Valladolid. We've already got Manu Hernando at the club, so hopefully he would settle in. He just looks quite combative, doesn't he? He's got good aggression about him, good passing. Everything for a deep line playmaker is there. I mean, they're not the most amazing stats, but they're solid, and I think he will add real quality and some depth to the squad. And the other one, I'm really happy to get this guy in. I know he's not as good as he was a few years ago. A proper wonder kid, wasn't he, Ben Woodburn? But just look at him. He can play anywhere in that front four. He could even play in the centre mid if we got desperate. But again, coming in on a Bosman when he's already still valued at like 1.6 million in the last 3-4 months of his contract, I think it's a fantastic signing. He's got great determination. And I'm hoping that we can turn him into a bit of a star. We're coming up to the end of Feb as well, so we're getting close. We're only, maybe about 6-7 weeks away, if that, from the youth intake that's coming through. Remember, we looked at that before, didn't we, at the end of a recent episode, and it's looking like it could be a good one. I'm really excited for it, and it's not long before we get to see it. This is the team we're going with. It's as strong as it can get, really. Niall Ennis, as I said earlier, played his way into the first 11 with that cameo off the bench. Lucas Spalvis, I had a little look at him because he recently hit double figures in one of those last games that we just caught up on. In about 20 games, I think, 22 games. Last season in the 3rd Division, he hit 10 goals in all competitions after 5 games. So it just shows a step up from the Dritte Liga to the Zweite, and I just get the feeling that he's not going to have it when we go up into the Bundesliga, if we go up into the Bundesliga. So his contract's up at the end of the season, and at the moment I'm thinking we're going to let him go, to be honest, unless we don't go up. If we don't go up, I might look to renew him, but I mean, if we don't go up from the position we're in, we should be ashamed. Fully expect you to keep our run going. Let's go. Little tunnel interview to come. Everything is in your hands. We're level on points. It's not in our hands, is it? We're going to hope to do it. Got to consider Leverkusen contenders. Let's see what formation they are coming with today. Holstein Kiel. We beat them comfortably away from home. We scored 3 or 4 goals in the process, I think. So I am expecting us to win today. They're not going as defensive as I thought they would. I mean, they've got the little holding midfielder in there, but I thought it might have been really tight, but it doesn't seem to be. So, do you know what? I've never let all those graphics run through before. That's quite like those. Right, let's get into the match. I am hoping for a big performance today. The last 3 games have been alright. We've scored a couple of goals in each. I mean, I would take that, just any sort of win. That's a great start. Marcus Ingvartsen has put Union Berlin ahead against 3rd place Nuremberg. So if we can get a win and Nuremberg lose, we are in a massively strong position in the top 2. So that has got to be the aim now. I mean, the aim was to win anyway, obviously. We're at home against a much weaker team. But coupled with a defeat for the 3rd place team in the league, that would be fantastic. But we're not really creating anything at the moment. We've had 3 shots. We've not seen a single highlight. We're 20 minutes in. Oh, come on, boys. I've waited to record this so it could be a video, and then we've got 4 games before the Leverkusen match. Come on, Nuremberg are level. We're not doing anything here. Right, berate the entire team. No, did that go through? Did that even... 3 yellow cards for our visitors, and no highlights whatsoever. Oh, God. Come on. Oh, Union Berlin have scored a couple of quick goals. They are now 3-1 up against Nuremberg. So something's happening at least. I cannot believe we're getting through an entire half of football without seeing a highlight. Oh, we've got a highlight. Sparhich to Hernando. Chifchi. It is pouring down in Kaiserslautern. Here's Redondo. Oh, he's giving it away. Win it back, win it back, win it back, win it back. Come on, do not let them get in front on the stroke of half-time. Oh, Puskás. And it's a goal for Holstein Kiel, and it's George Puskás, former Reading player. His 8th of the season, and we are behind. And it's a sloppy giveaway that leads to the goal. It's a good ball forward from Joshua Mees, and a first-time finish from Puskás. Drills it into that bottom corner, and that is a nightmare. And I am going to be tearing the dressing room apart at half-time. I mean, I'm even where we are, without doubt, throwing water bottles here. Union Berlin going up into 3rd with their winners as things stand. Heidenheim could get above them if they win their game against St. Pauli. Right, let's get into these guys. I'm just going to thrash arms. I'm far from pleased. Right, that's motivated everyone and most of the bench as well, which is good to see. So I expect to be ahead by the hour mark. Because that's how it works. Wow, a 5th yellow card for Holstein Kiel. I mean, they've been the better team. Looking at the stats, they have been the better team. I mean, we've not seen a single highlight for us yet. It might change here now. Pledl plays it down the channel for Ennis, but weren't on the same wavelength there. That's what happens when you don't have the partnership, I guess. If that had been Spalvis, maybe he would have been in there. Kraus, forward for Hernando. Chifchi, lovely ball out to Pledl. Why can't you get past a man? Come on, hit Chifchi again. Orchestrating things here in this highlight. Redondo, Chifchi, lovely ball, Redondo! Oh my word. Oh, what happened there? Oh, that's just a comedy of errors. Oh, it's a great ball in. Ennis! Oh, yes. The highlight just kept going and going. I thought after that ridiculous little scramble there, I thought it was going to be an offside because I thought one of those shots that was blocked came off Ennis in an offside position, but no. That's a brilliant ball from Ozdan. Gets a little bit lucky there, doesn't he? Just gets it lost under his feet and it squirms out, but he puts it away. And on his, I think that's his first start. I think he's got a goal to back up the 2 that he got off the bench last week. Suddenly, Niall Ennis could be our first choice striker here. I am going to demand more. I mean, that little ridiculous spell, it certainly kind of bumped up the stats, didn't it, for shots on target and shots on goal. Who do we take off? Oh, we've got Chifchi looking nervous and Shanto looking apprehensive. Our centre-backs are looking nervous. What the hell? Right, Sickinger's going to come on. And he can come on for Shanto. What else do we do? Just trying to think. I mean, I don't like nervous players. Who have we got on the bench in terms of centre-backs? Gottwald. Okay, we'll take Kevin Kraus off then because he's... Oh, yeah, Gottwald. Because he's looking tired as well. So double change. Ritter's going to take this corner. Gottwald to head in. Oh, he has done as well. What a substitution. The centre-back comes on and heads in. What, a minute later? Unmarked at the near post. And his 3rd of the season. And we have turned it around. That's just mad. That is mad. Right, we're going to have to make the final change. Yeah, he came on the 66th and scored in the 67th. Brilliant. Right. It should really be Chifchi that comes off. But the issue we've got is it's going to be Nicolas Sessa that would come on. And it's not... Oh, no, we've got El Bouchatawi, haven't we? That we got in on loan. Of course, we'll bring him on then. I'm a lot happier with that than Sessa, to be fair. I wonder what chance I've got of getting Niall Ennis next season. I wonder if... I mean, if we're in the Bundesliga, I'm thinking maybe Joshua Zirkzee from Bayern. I can't remember if he's moved club or not. I know there was an offer in for him, but he might have turned it down. I can't remember. If we score here, I'm going to drop a praise in. I was just going to drop another demand more. But if we score here, I will probably drop a praise in for the comeback. And the response to the half-time team talk! Oh, Pledl. That would have ripped the net out if that had gone in. It was Bouchatawi that played it across to him. And he hits it too well, doesn't he? He just hits it way too well. He's probably leaning back a little bit. He's going for the spectacular. I mean, he should have taken it down. He was completely unmarked. Sparhich comes through there. Had heart in mouth for a minute there with the highlight. He has played low. That's a great ball forward. Oh, Ennis isn't quite going to get to it. Just picked up off the rain, I think, off the turf. Come on. Don't let them back in now. Pledel, good tackle, but backed up by Shaw. In it goes, and it is 2-2. Brian Sumare, his third of the season, and they are level, and this could open the door for Bayer Leverkusen. And I'm going to berate them. I'm going to berate them for letting that in. Oh, I mean, we will have a look at Bayer Leverkusen's result before we sign off the video, just to see what we're dealing with going forward into the games ahead of that match. Thomas Pledel's looking a bit. I wonder if he's picked up an injury. Oh, last minute stoppage time. We have a highlight. Ennis has laid it off. Marlon Ritter's away down the left. He's got a lot to do here. He's going to have to hold it up. He's gone down. It's going to be a penalty. He's going over to watch the video. Oh, 30 seconds to go. What a massive, massive moment of this season this is. Is it? It is a penalty. It is a penalty. And it's Marlon Ritter that is taking it. And I think that's going to be who we have to take it. He's focused. He is, without question, the man we want on this kick. What a moment in the season. It's going to be the last kick of the game, I think. Marlon Ritter. Up he steps right-footed and scores in the bottom corner. Oh, yes. Oh, what a second half this has been. It's turned into an absolutely ridiculously dramatic game, hasn't it? 45 minutes of absolutely no highlights whatsoever. Who would have thought we would have ended up with a 5-goal thriller? That is mad. Absolutely mad. I am very, very, very pleased. Very proud of that comeback. It just shows sometimes, maybe if I'd have thrown the water bottle, that would have demotivated them and just made them totally flat. The fact that I just kind of thrashed my arms at them and gave them a telling off, just basically it's to... You're better than that, boys. That first half was unacceptable. That second half was more like it. That is perfect. Perfect reaction. Yeah, it was superb. That rain. Wow, that is coming down. Union Berlin won 3-1 then in the end, so they do move up into third as things stand. It's getting very tight for that promotion place. A huge win for Erzgebirge Aue. 4-0 away at Fortuna Düsseldorf. That has really put Düsseldorf on the back foot for the promotion as well, for the playoff place. Oh, I'm exhausted after that. What a result! What a comeback! What a response! What a second half performance! Really, really happy with that. Really, really happy with that comeback. Yeah, before we sign off, then let's find out how Leverkusen got on. And there you can see a big, big win for Leverkusen. They won 4-1 against Bielefeld. They were 2-0 up after 5 minutes. Bielefeld got back in it, to be fair to them, after 8 minutes. But it was kind of all over halfway through the first half. So it's big. It's a big win for them. It keeps them level with us. But what it has done is it's pulled them level on goal difference with us. So it's getting extremely exciting now. It's going to be really, really exciting. And of course, we have that big game with Leverkusen coming up, which is going to be the next episode, I think. Because even though there's 4 games between them, we'll have how many? That will put us on what, 20? It'll be match day 28 when we take on Leverkusen. And then after that, if we need to record every other game, then we can. If we need to do a couple of games of video, we can. But yeah, that's it for this one. The next one is going to be that massive game. Remember the epic match we had at the Bayer Arena earlier in the season. It was just ridiculous, wasn't it? Hopefully we'll get a repeat of that, but with us on the right side of the result this time. Yeah, that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, smash that thumbs up button, turn it blue. That is massive. That's the biggest thing you can do. If you like what you see, do subscribe and turn on those notifications. We've got 2 big series running on the channel. We've also got one in South America at the moment, so check the description for the link. It will have also popped up on the screen, so just click the little eye at the top there and it will it'll be there for you. And I will see you very soon for an absolutely epic battle against Bayer Leverkusen. Hope you'll join me for it. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.